Hey guys, welcome to HRG Zone YouTube channel. And today I am gonna show you the top 10 best 16GB RAM and 6GB VRam PC games 2024. So sit back and relax. Starting off number 10. Need for Speed Unbound is a racing video game developed by Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts. Set in a fictional city called Lakeshore City, which is based on Chicago. It features an open-world environment and gameplay similar to that of previous entries in the series, being mainly focused around street racing, where the player attempts to gain notoriety among the police. Additionally, the game features various forms of customization such as installing various body kits, adding a splitter, and even completely removing the front or rear bumpers. Number 9 is Far Cry 6 is a first-person shooter game developed by Ubisoft Toronto and published by Ubisoft. Far Cry 6 is a first-person shooter game, set in an open-world environment navigable on foot or via various land, water, and air vehicles. Players assume the role of a local rebel named Danny Rojas, a former conscript in the military turned into a guerrilla fighter, whose gender they can select at the start of the game. The world is divided into 7 main regions with an array of terrain, ranging from urban areas and dense jungles, to mountain ranges and open oceans. Gameplay focuses on armed and close-quarters combat. Players are able to use a wide array of conventional weapons. Firearms can be customized using materials found throughout the world. Number 8 is Assassin's Creed Mirage is an action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft Bordeaux and published by Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed Mirage is an action-adventure stealth game intended to be reminiscent of older Assassin's Creed titles, being more linear and story-focused and reducing the number of role-playing elements present in recent installments of the series. Parkour, close-quarter combat, and stealth are core elements of the gameplay. The game is set principally in the city of Baghdad. The main character, Basim, has a large arsenal of weapons and tools at his disposal, including the signature assassin hidden blade, smoke bombs, throwing knives, and poison darts. Number 7 is God of War is an action-adventure game developed by Santa Monica Studio and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The player controls the character Kratos in combo-based combat and puzzle game elements. The gameplay is vastly different from previous games, as it was completely rebuilt. A major change is that Kratos no longer uses his signature double-chained blades, the Blades of Chaos, as his default weapon. Instead, he uses a magical battle axe, called the Leviathan Axe, which is infused with ice elemental magic. The axe can be thrown at enemies and magically summoned back to his hand, similar to Thor's hammer Mjolnir. Larger enemies have precision targets, and throwing the axe at those targets stuns the enemy. Number 6 is Elden Ring is an action role-playing game developed by From Software. The game is set in an open world. Players can freely explore the lands between and its 6 main areas, which include Limgrave, an area of grassy plains and ancient ruins, and Caelid, a wasteland that is home to undead monsters. The open world is explored using the character's Mount Torrent as the main mode of transportation, though players may use fast travel outside combat. Throughout the game, players encounter non-player characters, NPCs, and enemies, including demigods who rule each main area and serve as the game's main bosses. Aside from the main areas, Elden Ring has hidden dungeons, catacombs, tunnels, and caves where players can fight bosses and gather helpful items. Number 5 is Dying Light 2 Stay Human is an action role-playing game developed and published by Techland. Players can perform actions such as climbing ledges, sliding, leaping off from edges, and wall running to quickly navigate the city. It was confirmed that there are over 3,000 parkour animations to give a more fluid free-running experience. Tools such as a grappling hook and a paraglider also aid traversal in the city. Aiden can also use the undead to break his fall. The game is mostly melee-based with the majority of fighting using melee weapons. The game is set in the city of Vilder, a massive urban open world set in Europe that players can explore freely. Number 4 is Cyberpunk 2077 is a action role-playing video game developed by CD Projekt Red and published by CD Projekt. The open-world metropolis of Night City consists of 6 regions: the corporate city center, immigrant-inhabited Watson, luxurious Westbrook, suburban Haywood, gang-infested Pacifica, and industrial Santo Domingo. The rarity of any given equipment is shown by a colored tier system. V can take cover, aim, run, jump, double jump, and slide. Melee strikes can be dealt with close combat weapons. Ranged weapons are equipped to ricochet bullets in a target's direction and slow them down in bullet time. Number 3 is Resident Evil 4 Remake is a survival horror game developed and published by Capcom. Resident Evil 4 features redesigned visuals, designed to create a tenser atmosphere, along with new character designs and backgrounds. It offers 6 control schemes, including one styled after the original game. Occasionally the player must solve puzzles in order to reach certain areas. In some sequences, Leon must protect the president's daughter, Ashley. She uses a simpler health system than in the original, and can be instructed to stay close or far. New to the remake, a crafting system enables the player to create items and ammunition using collected resources. The merchant returns, allowing the player to buy, upgrade, and trade items while providing new side quests that can be completed during the main story. Number 2 is Street Fighter VI is a fighting game developed and published by Capcom. Street Fighter VI features 3 overarching game modes: Fighting Ground, World Tour, and Battle Hub. Fighting Ground contains local and online versus battles as well as training and arcade modes, all featuring similar 2D fighting gameplay to the previous games in the series, in which 2 fighters use a variety of attacks and special abilities to knock out their opponent. Street Fighter VI is based around the drive gauge, a system designed to encourage player creativity. The gauge can be used for 5 different techniques, requiring players to choose which to prioritize. And number 1 is Red Dead Redemption 2 is an action-adventure game developed and published by Rockstar Games. The game is set in an open-world environment featuring a fictionalized version of the United States in 1899. The player controls outlaw Arthur Morgan, a member of the Van der Linde gang. Outside of missions, they can freely roam the interactive world. They may engage in combat with enemies using melee attacks, firearms, bow and arrow, throwables, or explosives, and can dual-wield weapons. The player can swim as Arthur but not as John. Horses are the main forms of transportation, of which there are various breeds with different attributes. So that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, so please like this video and subscribe my channel and don't forget to notifications. So thanks again and see you soon on next video. And good, bye.